Hey my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're a new subscriber or you're just seeing my channel for the first time, welcome. So here is a makeup tutorial for you guys, a full detailed makeup tutorial actually, and I came up close and personal with you guys. So yeah, I'm cleaning my face with my micellar water from Dr. Rachel, and then I'm going in to spray my face before going into my serum. Guys, please apply your serum on a wet skin. It just helps it absorb more better. And then I'm using my hands to just massage the products into my skin. I mostly use my hands when I'm doing my skincare, but when I'm working on someone else, I use a brush or sometimes my hands, because I just feel like products apply better with hands. I'm talking of like skin prep products actually. So I'm going into my moisturizer, and this moisturizer is from Nivea. Yes, from Nivea. I've changed my moisturizer, but I still use Dr. Rachel. Then I'm using my stapling brush to apply my sweat look before going into my primer from TM Essentials. And this primer just applies better with your hands because it's a mattifying primer. And then I went into another primer from Viola. I think so. It's another primer, but it's not like it's that good because I bought it I think the beginning of this year. So yeah, I'm just applying it all over my face because I can't apply TM Essentials all over my face. It's a very matte primer. Then I'm using two foundations, one from Beauty by AD and the other one from Adventure, before going into my setting spray. And then I'm just showing you guys that I'm using a beauty sponge and a damp beauty sponge. Please don't forget the damp beauty sponge. And guys, when I mixed a shade that is, it's just a shade lighter than my skin and a very dark foundation, it gave me this color because I just want to match my skin color. I've been telling you guys that I've been looking for the perfect shade of my foundation, guys. And then I'm using my beauty sponge to blend the foundation. Guys, it's dabbing. Don't swipe, don't don't push, don't swipe. Make sure you dab it into your skin, dab it. And blending takes time. I usually say don't be too in a hurry to blend, and please make sure you apply a sufficient foundation. You don't have to apply plenty foundation at the same time. Like, you don't have to apply too much foundation. You can go step by step, but apply little products. Don't apply too much. Just apply step by step. And these foundations I'm using is more or less like a full coverage. I know Beauty by AD is not really full coverage, so the darker one just helps it to be more like full coverage. And I was going for something like skin like, not too much. I didn't want to do too much foundation on my face because I don't want my face to be looking cakey. And yes, then I'm going into a lighter shade, which is just the Beauty by AD. This one is just for the T-zone area so that they don't look that dark. You can see that my T-zone areas aren't that dark, so that's why I'm using a lighter shade of foundation and I'm blending. Guys, you can see that I'm going little by little. Don't just pack the foundation on your face and then start blending. Go little by little. It just helps it better so that you don't use too much of products, and then you're able to conserve your products. And guys, just look at this shade match. Hey. I'm beginning to enjoy matching my foundation shade. That's why I went a bit darker today. And then I'm going into my contour. I can't remember what I mixed to get this contour, but I know it's a shade dark. I think I used more of the darker shade as opposed to using like the Beauty by AD alone. So I mixed like the darker one, more of it, and then the Beauty by AD foundation to get my contour shade. And your contour should either be one shade darker or two shades darker than your actual skin tone or skin shade, anyone. And then I'm just blending. You can see that it's not extremely dark, because number one, if it's too dark, it's going to be very difficult for you to now make it like light, and if it's too light, it's going to be so difficult for you to make it dark. So I just use the shade darker than my actual skin tone, and then I'm blending just the same way I said, dab it into the skin and blend it upwards. Guys, make sure you blend your contour upward. It just gives you this facelift. Blend it upward. Can you see how I'm doing it? Make sure you blend it upward. And then I'm going into my blush. I mixed two shades of blush, a light pink shade and then a dark pink shade, to get my actual shade of blush. And I'm a blush girl. If you know me, you know I am a blush girl. Like, I love blush. But yeah, I'm blending my blush also. And for my contour and my blush, I'm using the other side of the beauty sponge. That's the downside of the beauty sponge, so that it can just blend well. And also blend your blush upwards, just the way you blend your contour upwards, blend your blush upwards to give this face lifts. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I really enjoyed creating this video, I won't even lie. And then I'm going into my concealer, and I'm using 2 different shades of concealer. The first one is from Jaclyn, which is more or less like 2 shades lighter than my skin shade, or a shade, no sorry, this one is a shade lighter than my skin shade. And then the Adventure is like 2 shades lighter than my skin shade. Yeah, and this one has like a yellow undertone, but I still like it because I also have like neutral undertone. I don't know if it's neutral, but like yellow, red, all of them at the same time. It just depends on if I'm under the sun, what comes out. I know there's someone like me also. But yeah, I'm blending my concealer, and don't just start from the inner corner, start from outside and start blending it, start going inside, from the outer to the inside. Like, do you get? So it just helps it blend better, and you're not just packing too much of products. And I also use little concealer for my under eye. And guys, can you see how I'm blending? I'm blending everything upwards. We are doing this illusion of a facelift, and for you to get this facelift, it's actually very easy. Just make sure you're blending your products up. Do you get? And then blend it very, very well, from, like I said, from the outer to the inner. Blend it, and don't use too much of products, don't use too much of concealer, foundation, contour. A little goes a long way. And then I wanted a lighter inner corner, like a bright inner corner. That's why I went into the lighter shade from Adventure, and I'm just blending it. For this Adventure concealer, it dries out very fast, so you have to go small, like I said, little by little. If not, it will dry. Don't just leave the concealer there, it will dry, and then you'll not be able to blend it. Then I mixed 2 setting powder together, one from Benai and the other one from Sacha. The Benai is the translucent one, and then the Sacha is the yellow one. So I just mixed it together to get my perfect setting powder shade. And then I'm blending the setting powder into the skin, onto my under eye, which is the T-zone areas where I applied my concealer. Like I said, dab it into the skin, don't swipe. Little by little, build up your products, build up your cream products, build up your powder products. Just the same way we did before, we are now going to do it again. We are setting where we kept our concealer, and then we'll go into our powder to set everything into the skin, which I'm using my face powder. And yes, blend every single thing. Just the way you applied your foundation is the same way you're going to apply your pressed powder. For your pressed powder, please use your exact shade of pressed powder. Don't go darker, don't go lighter. Make sure you use your exact shade of pressed powder. And I'm just blending every single place so that the whole face is not damp. Just the way we did our foundation is the same way we are going to do our powder application. And then I'm blending my entire face, and then I'm going into my contour, and I used my shade of contour, which is a shade darker than my actual shade. That's the powder aspect. You use it and then blend it the same way you did your contour. It's the same way you're going to blend your powder contour into the skin. I don't do cream contour. I forgot to say, I don't do cream contour, but I know how to do cream contour. But I feel like both powder and cream, they are both the same thing. I mean, you can disagree with me in the comment section, but I feel like they are both the same thing. But yes, then I'm blending my I'm doing my contour for my nose. That's my nose contour, and I'll start from my eye, start blending my eye, and then start building it up to my nose. And yes, I want like a slim nose, so I'm bringing it. You guys should understand. When you watch it, you understand what I'm saying. I'm just bringing it inside. Don't start blending from the top of your brows. No, it's not cute. Go from under your brows and start blending it downwards. And then I used a darker shade of contour to blend my nose before going into a light shade of powder, just to make everything look flawless and not look extremely dark. My nose will not be looking very, very dark. And then I blend it very, very well. The key to makeup is to know how to blend. blend. Make sure you blend, and don't apply too much of product, because when you apply too much of product, that's when you start finding it very difficult to blend. And when you know a product dries out very fast, please apply step by step. Go in little by little, don't just pack it on your face. Then I'm going into my blush, and I realized that the blush was too pink, so I went into my shade of powder to just blend it so that it look a bit lighter and not too pink, just to reduce the intensity of the pink shade. And then I'm blending my blush. Like I said, I'm a blush girl. I love blush. Then I went back into my powder to blend the blush very well. This blush is so pigmented, like really pigmented. That's why I had to go back to my powder to blend the blush. Like I said, we want a flawless skin. We don't want no too much of blush and everything, but like I would say, I love blush. Then I'm going into my setting spray to set the makeup, and then let the makeup go into the skin before going into my setting powder to bake. Baking is very good, but I am of the opinion that if you have a dry skin, then you can skip baking. That doesn't mean you can't do baking, but like you can just skip it. But if you have an oily skin, you can bake. Like I said, I have oily skin, and my crease area tends to like break. You get? But if you are like me too, you can just apply baking powder, setting powder to your under eye. And you can also do the same thing for like a dry skin person, someone that has dry skin or combination, but it just helps more with oily skin. And then I'm also setting my smile lines, but you can see I'm using like little products around my smile lines, because if you pack too much of products, if that place should break, like if it should crack, that's how it's going to be, and it's be difficult for you to blend it. Then I'm going into my brows. I have another video coming up for my brows. I know I'm always saying it, but guys, I'm going to upload a video for my brows, I promise you. And then I'm going into my concealer from Adventure, and then I'm just going to leave this for a bit so that it can dry out a bit, so that the pigment is a lot. Do you get? I don't know if it's pigment, but like it's more pigmented if I allow it dry out a bit. And then I'm blending it with my hands, because I find it easier to blend with my hands, like my fingers, not on someone else, but on myself. And then I'm going into a darker shade. Like this is the blackest eyeshadow I've seen, and it's so pigmented. That eyeshadow palette, I've not used it in a long time, but I was like, oh, let me try it today. And guys, it is so pigmented. Before going into my second eyeshadow, and I'm using a purple shade of eyeshadow to blend. For eyeshadow now, eyeshadow is the same thing we did for our skin. When we go into the darker to the semi-light and then the lighter shade, so the purple is serving as like, is it my transition? I'll call it now. Like I'm transitioning into a lighter one before I'm going into a light shade of pink, just to clean up the purple shade and just make it nice. Then I went into green shimmer from that same eyeshadow palette that I used, the first eyeshadow palette. I went into a green shimmer, and guys, just look at how pigmented it is. Then I now went into a green glitter liner, and then I'm just blending everything. I wanted to come out of my comfort zone when doing my eyeshadow, because I don't just want to be doing the usual pink and everything I do. I wanted to see how green looks like on me, and that's what I did. And this is like a smoky eye also. You can also call this a smoky eye with like glitter and the rest. And you can also rock this eyeshadow for your birthday, your owambe, your traditional wedding. It will go with it. It's not white wedding. White wedding is obviously like calm makeup, not so much, but yes. And I'm just trying to line my eyes. I like this snatched eyeshadow. Like I'm now more into snatching your eyeshadow. Like it just gives you like this faceless. I know I'm always saying faceless, but like that's what I like now. That's what I'm more into, and it's really nice if you're also into it, because it just makes your makeup, it just takes your makeup game like better, especially when you're doing eyeshadow like this, like eye looks like this. It's just like very nice. And I learned this eyeshadow trick from Glam by Omoye. You can also check our YouTube page. That's where I learned this, also do this type of eyeshadow from my YouTube channel, by the way. And yes, I'm now doing my reverse contour after blending my entire face, because I already like went ahead to blend my entire face off camera, and then I'm back to do my reverse contour. And this reverse contour just helps clean up your contour and your blush and everything, and just makes everything look seamless before going into my pressed powder. And for the reverse contour, I use my pressed powder, and then I'm lining my eyes with a dark shade of eyeliner from Karite. It's a gel eyeliner, by the way. Next video, I'm going to be showing you all my products. I know I was showing you guys my cream product, but like as time was going, I was just like, I'm rushing. But yeah, I'm going into my mascara. It is like a drugstore mascara, because I bought it like, I won't say on the road, but like I just bought it. It doesn't really have like a name. And then I'm going into my highlighter, and this highlighter is really, really nice. And then my lashes, there was a time I used to struggle with doing my lashes, but now I'm just such a pro after watching 1,000,001 videos on how to fix lashes. Even though you don't know how to do something very well, I feel like you should just watch, like even after going to a school to learn it, still watch videos on it and practice. Practice makes what perfect. And then I'm just showing you how it sits and how it's going. I'm so in love with this makeup, I won't even lie. After watching this video, make sure you practice. Don't just watch it and don't practice. Makeup, you have to practice. You have to keep practicing. If it's every week, every day. And then I'm going into my lips, and then I went first into my brown pencil. I can't remember, I think it's David's brown pencil. And then I used a darker pink and then a lighter pink, and yes, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned a thing or two. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Love you, and leave comments below on this makeup look. I love you so much. Please also follow my page on Instagram, Dayos Glam on Instagram, DAYOS_glam, and Dayo the Hairstylist. Same also for TikTok. Love you.